In the headlines, Tourism Minister reiterates commitment to enhancing Dominica's tourism product. Prominent Dominicans join CCM protests for electoral reform. And Melanie Lockhart of Grand Four is Dominica's 2019 Cultural Elder. I am Andrea Lee with the Channel 5 News. Back with the details after this.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Thank you for staying with us. First up, Minister for Tourism and Culture, Robert Tong, has reiterated Dominica's commitment to enhancing its tourism product. During the inaugural visit of the Viking Sun over the weekend, Mr. Tong said a lot of work had gone into ensuring the various sites and facilities have been upgraded to ensure the safety and enjoyment of visitors and locals alike.
A lot of work has been done in terms of ensuring that our sites are up to date and also very safe and secure, so persons don't trip and fall. We also have additional security in the city so that your visitors feel safe, and if they have any questions they can ask some of the persons who do that particular job. We thank you for coming to Dominica. We congratulate you in advance in terms of your attempt to break the world record, and it's great that you've actually chosen Dominica to be one of these stops, and we look forward that at the end of this that you would have broken the record. Clearly your organization seems to be one that's very aggressive, and we look forward to hosting many more of your ships.
Captain of the Viking Sun, while pleased to have made the ship's inaugural call to Dominica, also hopes to secure a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records after the vessel's worldwide tour.
Maybe you have heard that we are actually doing a world record-breaking world cruise of 245 days around the world. This will be the longest cruise that's ever been done, and it will enter the Guinness Record Book when we are back in London. So 245 days, and we actually have 55 passengers on board that are doing the entire cruise.
In more top stories, farmers around the country have been urged to take advantage of the World Bank-funded agriculture program. Here is Julian Morris with that story.
The Dominica Agriculture Emergency Livelihoods and Climate Resilience Project is being financially spearheaded by the World Bank to the tune of $25 million. Under this program, crop farmers, fisherfolk and livestock farmers receive non-monetary assistance through the provision of various tools, equipment and inputs. Mayor of Portsmouth, Titus Francis, while speaking at the Market Day with a difference in Portsmouth over the weekend, said the agriculture sector has made a great comeback in 2 years, and the World Bank program will further help boost that sector.
And in that program, the intention is to provide all of these subcategories in agriculture, the persons involved in those categories of agriculture, with technical support. This is not a program that is going to provide you with cash in your hand. You have heard it already. But what I'm trying to say here this morning, and the appeal I am putting out this morning, is to those people who are involved in those various aspects of agriculture, to present themselves in a manner that will make them benefit from the advantages that are being produced in that program.
Francis says this is not the only avenue which farmers can use to reap greater benefits from the agriculture industry.
In addition to that, we have Dexia, which is involved also in a similar program where it contracts farmers who produce big hot peppers, potato, tanias, dashing, yams, almost anything and everything that you produce, Dexia will buy from you at a reasonable price and resell in the regional and even the international market. So there are opportunities for our farmers at this point in time. There are opportunities for everybody involved in agriculture.
Meantime, awards at Portsmouth's Market Day with a Difference included Best Dressed Male Buyer, which went to Aidan George, Most Impressive Young Vendor, Nicole Alexander, Biggest Vegetable, which was a 50-pound pumpkin, awarded to Richardson George. Most Outstanding Fish Vendor was Matthew Gilbert. And the Most Diversified Vendor Farmer and Overall Outstanding Vendor Farmer was awarded to Bernadette Lawrence.
In more developments, a number of speakers at a public rally of the Concerned Citizens Movement on Saturday joined voices in calling for electoral reform ahead of the next general elections. Attorney Gilden Richards was among Solidarity speakers.
I believe over the past years, the issue of electoral reform has been echoed over and over again. And I have seen repeatedly that the echo has fallen on deaf ears. I believe now we are approaching a fresh election within the next 100 days, so it is said. The time is urgent when we must demand what is appropriately, urgently necessary to ensure free, fair, and transparent election in Dominica within the next 100 days.
Attorney at Law Henry Dyer said electoral reform is a safety net against dictatorship.
We want free and fair elections in Dominica. That's what we want. And the only way we can get free and fair elections, in my view, now, is if we have electoral reform. And we are not asking for all the electoral reform. We are asking for, in my view, three. One, cleaning the list, and two, issuing voter ID cards. And in my view, the third one, we want access to DBS, our national radio station.
For the government to be fair for all the people, the majority of the people must fairly elect the government. And the only way that that can happen is by progressive electoral reform. All we have had, ladies and gentlemen, is a change when we introduce indelible ink. All we are proposing, and I work with a team, and I know that the chairman of the electoral reform group will be here and he will speak to you. And I've worked tirelessly with them from February, and we will continue to work. Because, hear me, all of you listen to me, open your ears clear, because I'm about to say that we are going to have electoral reform.
The police force is issuing a stern warning to the public to desist from criminal activity during the Creole Week. Creole Week is a lead-up to the final Friday in October, which sees the staging of events such as Flows Creole in the Park, which runs from Tuesday 22nd to Thursday 24th October, and the World Creole Music Festival, which runs from 25th to 27th October. Owing to the increased number of activities and increased number of people on the streets, the police is issuing a warning to those thinking of engaging in criminal acts to desist from doing so.
While the majority of people are expected to engage in lawful and acceptable behavior, there are those who will make crime and violence their way of life. There are some persons in society who may seek to utilize those events for evil intent. Consequently, the Criminal Investigations Department will be proactive in its effort at minimizing, as far as is practicably possible, any occurrence of criminal activity and violence in the city and surrounding communities. All officers of the department will be deployed. There shall be increased foot and mobile patrols in and around the city. We will increase our response teams to deal effectively and efficiently with complaints that are presented to us.
As regards the flows occurring in the park being held at the Botanic Gardens from Tuesday, the police is promising top-notch security.
We'll be conducting robust searching of all patrons entering the venue, and no weapons will be permitted at the venue. The police will be firm with regard to patrons carrying offensive weapons, such as knives, cutlasses, scissors, ice pick, nail files, utility multi-tools, etc. Anyone found carrying these weapons will be removed from the venue and dealt with according to law. Licensed firearm holders will not be allowed to access the venue with their firearms.
You are watching the Channel 5 News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Si ou ni maladie HIV et bien maladie sexuelle, si ou pas protéger corps là ou kane sexe avec plusieurs monde, ça kay mette la vie ou en gros danger. Ou ka expose tout partenaire au poison et que ça qui ka vini avec maladie. Servi yo condom chaque fois ou kane sexe. Changer qui est important pour découvrir maladie à bonheur ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Prends responsabilité, protéger corps et puis les autres. Examinez corps. Aidez du bout si même maladie HIV et l'autre maladie sexuelle.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Welcome back. Local entrepreneurs have been encouraged to work together to be more successful in their business. Here is Julian Morris with more.
The words of advice from General Manager of the Dominica Export-Import Agency, Dexia, Gregoire Thomas. Thomas says while there are several small and medium-sized enterprises in the country, the entrepreneurs miss out on opportunities by not working together.
Many of you use, for your packaging, you use bottles, for your pepper sauces, for your seasonings, virgin coconut oil, and each one imports small quantities of those items, denying yourselves of quantity discounts and savings on the cost of freight. I know we have spoken about this in the past, but this is time for us to find ways and means, and the same way that I spoke about competitive advantage, we need to find ways and means where we can consolidate what it is that we require in terms of our needs, and to be able to work together to import some of the packaging material that you require so that you can reduce your cost of operation, and again that will have something to do with your bottom line.
Thomas pointed out that consolidation not only helps with importing material but also exporting the finished product.
Many times you experience difficulties shipping your products, and one of the ways that we can do it and do it sustainably is to consolidate what we do for the export sector. Sometimes the volumes that you have are less than container loads, very small, and it will cost you a little more if you have to ship brick bulk. But how do we collaborate? And sometimes some of us in the MSME sector, we tend to believe that we can do it on our own, and we do not want people to know our business. And in that effort, we deny ourselves the opportunity of reduced cost of freight.
Thomas was speaking at the opening ceremony of the NDFD's Creole in the Streets last Friday.
Melanie Lockhart of Grand Fort has been chosen as Dominica's 2019 Cultural Elder.
The 83-year-old was sashed by His Excellency Charles Savre during a cultural gala on Sunday. Born in May 1936, Lockhart's love for culture began in the early 70s as a member of the Grand Fort Social League. Lockhart learned musical notes at the Christian Music School, a move which helped her excel in mouth organ skills.
In 1995, she participated in the first Madame Wabdriyat competition organized by the Upheavals Cultural Group of Grand Fort. In 2008, she received an award for her outstanding contribution towards the development of culture by the Grand Fort Achievement Day Committee and the Grand Fort Village Council. Coming from an agricultural community, Mrs. Lockhart was involved in backyard gardening and participated in several tidy home surroundings competitions organized by the Grand Fort Achievement Day Committee and the Grand Fort Village Council. Melanie can be described as an all-rounded person, caring, concerned, and giving. She was the cook at the Rosalie boxing plant on banana reception days, where she fed banana farmers from the villages of Delis to Grand Fort. Her tenure at the boxing plant earned her a lot of respect among farmers and colleagues who today are still making time to visit her. Concerned about our youth, she always encouraged the youth to respect the elderly, to go to church on Sundays, to dress properly, and to go to school to better themselves. Although she suffers from dementia, she is described as a stalwart, a hard worker, and a talented woman who made a significant contribution to the development of Grand Fort.
Heritage Day celebrations in Grand Fort on Sunday mark the beginning of Creole Week in Dominica.
Minister for Gender and Family Affairs, Catherine Daniel, says it is important to pay homage to citizens who have persevered and passed on our traditions to succeeding generations. Addressing the cultural gala at Heritage Day celebrations in Grand Fort on Sunday, the minister said the efforts of these individuals helped build the Dominica we enjoy today.
Heritage Day, brothers and sisters, is a powerful reminder of the supreme belief in our common humanity and our abiding faith in our ability to work together and to build a future together. Heritage Day is also a powerful endorsement of Dominica's rich and varied culture and its colorful history, which gives us a sense of who we are as a people and society. It is for this reason that I exhort all of us as patriots and nation builders to better understand who we are, where we have come from, and where we hope to go together as a people and nation.
She believes Heritage Day is a reaffirmation of the kindred spirit of being Dominican.
But let me on this day request of us to celebrate this day in reverence to those who have given us so much and have helped to bring us here today. I want, therefore, to pay homage to the cultural elders and stalwarts of Grand Fork and the Southeast, whether their passion was for the colorful folk dances of their ancestors or their remarkable displays in music and song, or for their love of farming and agriculture. Whatever their passion, whatever their contribution was to elevate, preserve, and sustain the culture, let's celebrate them and say, bon travail.
And Minister for Culture and Tourism, Robert Tong, says not only do Dominica's heritage and culture take on greater significance during Independence season, but create opportunities for local artists, groups, and the cultural industries.
Heritage Day usually highlights one particular community, and this year we chose Grand Fork, a very naturally beautiful, rich village with arts and culture, agriculture, and community spirit. Grand Fork indeed has a rich cultural heritage, and today this is what we celebrate, and the rich and interesting heritage of Grand Fork. I must congratulate all those who were involved in the planning and implementation of this Heritage Day this year. The church service this morning was quite inspiring. We need to be persistent if we want to achieve our personal goals and that of our country.
Mr. Tong also praised the 2019 Cultural Elder, Melanie Lockhart, for her contribution to nation building.
I wish to recognize the Cultural Elder, Melanie Lockhart, and to congratulate you on having been honored with this prestigious title. The legacy of Melanie Lockhart earned her well-deserved title as Cultural Elder, and her selection goes to show her contribution is well respected and appreciated in Grand Fork. Melanie Lockhart has served this country very well in the field of culture, especially in the playing of the mouth organ. She stood out among the other players every time she participated in independence celebrations, competitions. She has also been an outstanding community person, as well as having made her contribution in so many areas of development. I am sure being selected as Cultural Elder is special to her, as she was chosen by the people of Grand Fork themselves. So let us allow Heritage Day to bring Grand Fork and the other communities across Dominica closer together. Let us allow Heritage Day in Grand Fork to strengthen our appreciation for all what Grand Fork has to offer, and also the rest of Dominica. And let us allow Heritage Day to strengthen our Dominican identity and help us take greater pride in ourselves and of our country.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
To end the news, the headlines again. Tourism Minister reiterates commitment to enhancing country's tourism product. Prominent Dominicans join the CCM protest for electoral reform. And Melanie Lockhart of Grand Fork is Dominica's 2019 Cultural Elder. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You can also access or pass the newscast on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Andrea Louis, and to all of our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us tomorrow.